Well, hello there, everyone. My name is Reggy Goodday, and if you're new here, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you very much. Last week I did a film theory video about The Gorge. You should check that out, it's very good. Um, so this week I'm going to do Harry Potter. Um, Mainly the end of Harry Potter. Now, if you're a fan of Harry Potter, you've seen all the movies, you've read all the books. I haven't really read the books, so I don't really know. Um, I'm just going off of the movies. What I've seen in the movies. I've watched, the movies. I've seen every film in the cinema since it came out, and I'm actually just a year older than Daniel Radcliffe. So when these films were coming out, I very much felt like, I got a lot of kids saying that I was Harry Potter because I looked a lot like him when I was a kid. Not so much anymore, but yeah. I even remember one time I grew my hair long just to be different from him, and then the Goblet of Fire came out and his hair was long. So yeah, um, thank God I had friends to get me through them years. But anyway, but no, I did. I loved the Harry Potter films, and I was um, and I even watching the movies, I was just like trying to figure out how to they were do things and how to connect things together and what this. I love them because they were mysteries, and like each movie was a mystery to be solved, and they had to work as a team to solve the mystery, and it was really good. Like so I love a good mystery film, like a good who did it kind of a movie. And and it was good to see that the kids got smarter as they went along, as they got older and stuff like that. And anyway, I'm kind of rambling on, but that was kind of just an introduction to the video. So, um, so let's get on to the Deathly Hallows, the last two movies. So, it's a pretty bold statement to be making. Harry Potter is the Grim Reaper. So, what do I mean by that? Well, in the Deathly Hallows, right, we learned that there was these three brothers, and they were trying to get across a river, a deadly river. So they used their magic to get across the river. Now, Death was very mad about this, and but then he conceded to them, and he gave the three of them different powers, basically different special powers. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, he gives them the elder one. He gave one of them the elder one, so he could be a powerful wizard. He gave another one a jewel, so he could bring loved ones back to life who were dead, and he gave the cloak of his part of his cloak to the third brother, so he could be invisible and stuff, and yeah. So that's the three of them, of course, and they form the Deathly Hallows. And so of course the third one. So now I'm getting to explain each one of them. It was kind of passed down. So the cloak of invisibility was passed down from father to son to father to son through the generations, until eventually, of course, it got to Harry Potter himself. So what you have to remember is from the very beginning, from the first movie, in fact, uh, they were kind of setting all of this up. Like basically, they were setting up the Deathly Hallows from the beginning, which is very clever. Um, but this also means that Harry Potter is a direct descendant from that brother on the bridge who got the cloak, and so that was cool. Uh, so the elder one, of course, kind of was stolen and won a bunch of different times through history, until eventually, of course, Dumbledore got it. He stole it, and he, used it to send to his power, basically. and become headmaster of the school. You know what I mean, Hogwarts. So and then of course the third one was the ring, the jewel, basically, which would resurrect a person for a short amount of time before they disappeared again. But Harry Potter used it right this time. He actually he actually squeezed it, and he put belief into it, and then when Voldemort killed him, well, the stone brought him back. The stone resurrected him, because that's the way you're actually supposed to use it. So yeah. So, but then of course Harry just dropped it and left it in the woods, and apparently it's probably still in the woods, and God knows who has it now. There could be some man, spider, like the giant spider could have it. I don't know. um, Sorry, I had to check something there. Yeah, so I mean, like, if the spider has it, or one of the other creatures in the woods have it, like, that's a whole different story. Yeah, but that's an interesting, side story, side book that could be written. I mean, why not? Um, so yeah. So, of course, the whole Deathly Hallows thing was trying to find uh, these objects with Voldemort's soul in them, and they had to destroy them. And the last one was, of course, Harry himself. And that's how we kind of known from the second one that, from Tom Riddle's diary, destroying Tom Riddle's diary, that that's how kind of uh, Snape and Dumbledore figured it out. Like, oh wait, what if Harry is actually one of these objects? And yeah, so that's interesting. So so basically the stone. So when Voldemort killed Harry, he didn't actually kill Harry. He only killed, like they explain this in the Deathly Hallows as well, when Harry meets Dumbledore in a train station. That, like, the part of him that was killed was actually the part of Voldemort. Voldemort killed his part of the soul, and the Soul Stone um, brought Harry back. Basically, the Magic Stone brought Harry back. So when Harry and Voldemort were up here trying to, like, fighting each other, Harry tried to explain that to him, actually. Um, and Voldemort wasn't really listening. He didn't really care. He couldn't understand, like, this is the second time now he killed him and he survived. Like, and that's why a lot of his followers just vapped up, and this, it was just like, okay, well, Harry can't be killed. Harry's going to win. This is over. Let's leave. And then some of his loyal followers obviously stayed to fight on. That really should have been game over, really. A majority of the followers should have been, okay, this is actually over now. This is ridiculous. So yeah. So um so what you have to remember then, when Harry finally faced off against Voldemort in the courtyard, Harry owned the cloak. He used the stone, and which is Voldemort, which I think belonged to Voldemort, and then belonged to Voldemort's mother. And then he had the the Elder Wand. He won the Elder Wand um, off of, he won the Elder Wand. And so Harry Potter basically is death. He is the Grim Reaper at this point. There's no doubt about it. And when I was thinking about this, I thought they missed a big opportunity here with this scene. But I guess they didn't want to over dramatize it, and they wanted to end the series, and they wanted to end it all together, and that was it. But what would have made a great setup for the next movie would have been if Harry became excuse me, if Harry became the Grim Reaper. So if Harry uh, actually got his cloak, kept uh, the stone, and got the Elder Wand off of Voldemort, he would have become Death. Now he is kind of Death here. Like in theory, like he does own all three, but if he actually had them all together, like maybe he would have become the Grim Reaper, and maybe he would have, like, who knows, maybe he wouldn't have needed to kill the snake. Maybe he would have just like killed Voldemort there and then, and then that would have been it. Who knows? I don't know. You see, maybe that's kind of a plot hole, but I think there's a missed opportunity here. I just do, and I think that's like a thing where there could have been like an alternate version of this story to be told, an alternate version where Harry actually does become the Grim Reaper, and then he wreaks havoc. He gets revenge on everybody that helped out Voldemort. So at the end of the movie, of course, we see Harry actually destroys the Elder Wand, and then he poses for a picture with his friends that nobody is taking. It just makes for a good ending. That's it. Um, Now this is kind of a movie TV show thing as well, because I remember back in the day, the vampire angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, he had his own show, and then he actually got this ring which could allow him to walk around in daylight without being destroyed. And by the end of the episode, he destroyed the ring because he didn't want any other evil vampire getting their hands on it and raising havoc. I remember even my French teacher was mad about that. He was like, "Why to destroy the ring? They have to, he could use that now to fight evil and all that." And I had to kind of explain to her, even at 15, I was kind of explaining to her, no, that he had to destroy the ring because it was too powerful. This is the same reason why Harry destroyed the Elder Wand, because it was too powerful, and because maybe he figured it out. Yeah, actually, I am the Deathly Hallows. I am the Grim Reaper at this point, and I have to destroy this so it doesn't corrupt me, and it doesn't, like, other people don't come after it and kind of just end it now, because other evil, powerful wizards will actually try to kill me, try to kill my family, try to kill my friends to get the Elder Wand. Now, the mistake he made, maybe, was just breaking it in half and throwing it into the gorge. The gorge. um, so maybe he should have made a show of it to, like, because who's going to believe him that he actually did destroy it? Now and then. So my theory is, he destroyed, for this is just for laughs and giggles, if you wanted to write another Harry Potter book, basically, which of course there is, the Cursed Child, but for laughs and giggles, like, let's imagine that Harry destroyed like a fake Elder Wand there, and then he actually left Hogwarts and became death itself, and it slowly turned them into death. Now, I used an AI generator to make this, obviously, because I thought it was a bit of fun. So it's like, so the more he used the powers, the more he turned into death, and the more he turned into kind of like a Death Eater, maybe. But like, the more he would turn into the Grim Reaper, until eventually he just becomes the Grim Reaper. Like, he becomes a crazed version of the Grim Reaper, and I don't know, like, so I put into chat GPT, what would that be like? What, like, if Harry actually became the Grim Reaper. So here's what it gave me. Here's a concept of Harry Potter as the Grim Reaper. Imagine Harry in a dark, twisted version of Hogwarts robes. The fabric froze like smoke, billowing into shadows. His iconic round glasses, could they kind of break and stuff like that. The cracked but glowing with ghostly green hell. It's so funny. Um, and he uses the killing curse, to get his victims. Instead of a wand, he wields, a scythe, and with the runes and carved along them, it's perhaps made from the Elder One itself, um, referred by death. So the Deathly Hallows symbol can be, um, it can maybe be on his chest, and then he might even use his powers to bring back Dumbledore and Snape, maybe behind him. So you can read it there if you want. Um, it's a bit silly, I know, but can you imagine Harry Potter's death going after getting revenge on some of the people who helped Voldemort? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that would be pretty crazy, actually. Um, so what do you guys think? I think it was so. So this is. I'm gonna go back a little bit. So yeah, so ever since kind of the first part of Deathly Hallows, I did think of this. I did think of like, well, here's once the Deathly Hallows was explained to me, I was just like, okay, so the end of this, the movie has to end with him becoming death, becoming like getting all three Deathly Hallows objects and killing Voldemort once and for all. Like I thought that's how he would, that's the only way to really kill Voldemort because the most powerful wizard of all. And so when that didn't really happen, I was kind of scratching my head going, hmm. And but the point of the movie, I guess, was to destroy all of the objects. So then, he'd be weak, and then you can kill him. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I get that because, like, at the end of the day, it is a kid's book. Like, it is a children's story. You know what I mean? Like, if Harry Potter became the Grim Reaper, that's pretty horrific. Like, that's pretty like insane. Um, um, but but yeah. So, but the Grim Reaper is a character in the Harry Potter world, and so what would happen if he became the new Grim Reaper and he faced off against the old Grim Reaper? You know what I mean? Like it's got a lot of potential, I guess. It's got a lot of fan. It could get a lot of fan service. It could get a lot of um, people's minds going. And I see a lot of like fan theory stuff and books and stories about Harry Potter and online, like alternate versions and stuff like that. And I was just like, well, sure, I might as well talk about my theories, and I have other theories about Harry Potter, but this is just kind of like the first one, just to kind of like blast off with the end. The last one, kind of, that I don't see anybody online talking about at all, or on YouTube. Like nobody's actually talked about Harry Potter becoming death by the end of the film, by the end of the franchise, really. And of course, he destroys the Elder Wand, so he isn't really death anymore, I guess. But he's still a pretty powerful wizard, and yeah, and they're making the new show now, where they're um, rebooting it with a new cast. A couple of actors are actually coming back to play the same roles again, but yeah, there's a new cast now, and there's going to be 10 episodes a season for the next 10 years. And so that'll be interesting to see, because it'll go into more detail, and we'll get more character developments and stuff like that. So the fans will love that, And some of the fans are actually saying, no, I'm not going to watch the new show, which is ridiculous to me, because it's like, they're going to watch it. Like, they are. They might avoid it for a while, but then they'll just go, okay, let's watch it to see what it's like. And then they're going to go, oh yeah, it is actually good. because they're putting a lot of money into this, and there actually is good actors in it. And yeah, it's time. It's like it's been 25 years since the first one came out. It's been when did the last movie came out? 2011. Um, so yeah, it's been like a long time, 15 years or whatever since the last movie came out. It's time for a reboot, or else you know you pick up where you left off. And I don't think Rowling is um going to do that. I think she's just done with Harry Potter and she wants to move on to other stuff. And yeah, oh well. um, but yeah, even the prequel movies, I liked the prequel movies, but they didn't work out, which was sad because I think one more movie would have done it, would have finished off that franchise and would have been fine. Um, but yeah, finally explain what happened to that. Maybe I can make another video about that. Um, Maybe that'd be a good idea. So yeah, so I hope I explained everything to you guys. I hope this all made sense. I hope you liked this video, this theory video. I'm going to make a series out of this of thinking about movies and theorizing what actually happened in these movies and theorizing what could have been. So I do think about Back to the Future and the fact that there was like an alternate Marty McFly. I have seen videos. Excuse me. I have seen videos about that, like um, theorizing what would happen there, what actually happened there, and like stuff like that. So I'll think about other films and think about the other theories. But obviously, this theory every time like the Harry Potter film comes on the TV, I think around this time of year, I think about this theory of Harry being the Grim Reaper, being the Deathly Hallows, basically. So yeah, so that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Trying to get to 700 subscribers by the end of the year. Hope we get to 1,000 subscribers ultimately, and then on. And yeah, I love making these videos. They're a lot of fun and they're short. They're not too long. And yeah, so if you guys have any theories, if you liked this theory, let us know in the comments. If you share the video, that would really appreciate that too. If you come up with a theory yourself for Harry Potter, let us know in the comments too. And if you think there's something I missed, let us know as well. Obviously I've forgotten some stuff, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, so I'll just end at the beginning. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Check out my channel. I do these videos every Friday now, if you want to check that out. And I do unboxing videos as well of football cards, and I review football cards as well on my shorts. But this is kind of something fun I wanted to do for December, because it is Christmas month and holidays month, and yeah, I just wanted to have some fun, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.